Hi.
Mabuhay. Selamat pagi. Welcome to episode 32. Yippee!
Yahoo.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, sorry we didn't, with the Q&A, like we didn't get to answer all the questions.
Yeah.
There were just like a lot.
Too many.
But then somebody commented being like, oh, you guys should like just answer questions at the end of each episode. And I was thinking like, yeah, maybe we should do that. Sorry,
Yeah.
my face is like kind of bleeding a bit because like I popped a pimple on my face before this. Is it?
It's fine.
Okay. Anyways,
Welcome.
yeah, so I was thinking we might do questions like instead of like the try not to cringe challenge, because honestly, I fucking rewatched it and I like felt so like just like disgusting inside, like watching myself do that. I was like, look, this can't be like an all the time thing. Like it has to be like every
really
now and
can't.
then. Also, Ethan's just like not that good at it.
Okay.
No, because you're
Thank
too
you.
like nonchalant. Like you're too chill.
I'm too cool for that shit.
Yeah, you're too cool. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nothing I do is cringe.
The cringiest thing I ever did on the podcast was when I in that same episode, when I was like, when I was talking about how like white guys like want you to be in their ear during sex. That was really cringy. I couldn't even like rewatch that. I had to like listen to the audio.
You do that most episodes.
What? My
Yep. Okay, well you did it again.
Yeah, my face looks a bit fucked up. I literally just came back from someone's house. We're like recording at like 10 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was cute. I'm just like, okay, this is my issue. Like, I don't know if it's specifically about this guy that I'm seeing or just like people in general, but like I'm really fucking awkward like in real life, and people like don't think that I am because I seem so like extroverted and social, but like seriously, like leave me alone in a room with a fucking white man and like watch the conversation. Like it's like watching a fucking car crash, like literally like like literally like I'm just so awkward, and like sometimes like I feel like I'm like trying to be like conversational and like trying to ask good questions, but then I end up asking like really stupid questions, like I don't know, like I ask questions like, oh, like, do you have a dishwasher? Like, because I'm like trying to like.
No, it's because you care.
I'm trying to like use like any excuse I can for us to like keep talking.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, if the conversation dies, it dies. And I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes I have like a thing where like I feel really uncomfortable in like silence.
Yeah.
Even though it's like not uncomfortable. Like, obviously, like this guy that I'm seeing, like I feel very like fine. Yeah, like he knows where home is. I feel very like at peace, but it's like I get paranoid that like he thinks that I'm being awkward because I'm quiet. So then I start like just like word vomiting, like, oh my God, it's so bad. Like I know I really need to just like kick it. But anyways, so like I went to his house and it was like really cute. Like it was really cute. Like, but you know, gorgeous is gonna, you know, devour cute, but it was cute. And like, I wasn't gonna sleep over because I just like, I don't like sleeping over at people's houses. Like I don't like sleeping over at people's houses. I don't like sleeping over at people's houses. And like, also it's just because like, I feel like when you sleep over at someone's house, it's like,
It's official.
it's like an intimate thing. Like I feel like sleeping over next to someone is more intimate than like the sex itself, right? So then I was gonna go home, but then it was like late and I was tired, and like, I mean, he just finished fucking me, so I was like, whew, like, you know, I was tired, like mama was tired, and then so then I told him like I didn't want to sleep over because like I smoke, I have like a fucking dry cough, and I cough like in my sleep, like I'm literally like in bed like.
That's
right?
so cute.
So it's not fucking cute. It's actually really fucked up. So then I said to him like I explained this to him and I was like, yeah, like that's why like I feel bad to like if I wake you up or whatever. And then he was like, no, like I don't care, like I want you to sleep over, but if you don't want to, then that's fine. And I was like, oh, like okay, fine. Well, If you fucking like invited me, then fine, I guess I'll sleep over. But then the issue was, I don't think I was dry coughing in my sleep, right? But when I woke up, I was like lying like on his like chest, like bitch, there was like a pool of like drool around my mouth, like on his fucking chest. Because bitch, my fucking airways are blocked in my nose, so I'm a fucking mouth breather when I sleep, right? So then of course like my mouth is open and I'm like literally drooling. I have issues with drooling. I know that like there's like that archetype of like, you know, just like dumbass like mouth breather that like walks through the holes at school. Like that's literally me. I'm a fucking mouth breather, right?
Yeah.
So I was like drooling on him. So when I woke up, I like realized, I was like, oh shit. And then I like moved my mouth and then I moved my head so like it was lying on his arm. I fell asleep again. And then I woke up and there was a fucking pool of drool on his arm too. Ah, bitch. I was like, oh bitch. And like, of course he would have like noticed that I fucking drooled on him. And it's like so embarrassing. So I was like, literally like, I was so awkward in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like I like you. Like I'm thinking in my head, like I like you and I like sleeping next to you, but I'm never fucking sleeping over at your house again. Like this is so embarrassing. The house down.
I think it's not that big of a problem, especially if you guys had sex.
Yeah, I know. Like we had sex and like we technically yes, we exchanged saliva with our mouths, but like I don't know, like I don't like if somebody drooled on me, like that's cute. Like I'm like, oh, that's cute, but I don't know how he feels about it. So then I'm like, I feel embarrassed about it, you know.
I don't think it would be any different.
Yeah. Like yeah,
Okay.
maybe I should like fall asleep on like with my mouth around his cock so that he wakes up in the morning and I've just like drooled all over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I just like this is why I don't like sleeping over at people's houses. And like I mean, to further elaborate on this, like I think I might have talked about this, but my sleeping habits are like so fucked. Like I like snore in my sleep, I drool, I move around. I swear to God, at one point I woke up in the morning, I was like all the way on his side of the bed. Yeah. And like I'm pretty sure I fart in my sleep as well. I mean, but that's just like whatever.
It's a bit nasty. I think, yeah, now that you've listed everything, that sounds really
Bitch,
gross.
like your fucking prolapse anus isn't fucking prat all the fucking time when you sleep in your fucking bed, bitch.
Huh.
Anyways, yeah, your fucking pussy isn't fucking queefing too, mama. Okay,
No.
we're both queefers. We're both queefers. Don't fucking play with me. But yeah, like I have all these sleep habits, and it's like I can only really sleep in a bed with someone that like I feel really comfortable with. Like I don't know, that I feel like I can like 100% trust. And because this man is like, he's cute and like I like him, but like he is at the end of the day just like a man. Like I don't feel that comfortableness yet. The only two men that I actually feel comfortable sleeping in a bed with is Ethan and my friend Alex. Cause like they're just like they're both just like chill, you know.
They're just chill guys.
You're just like super chill. No, but it's like I don't know why. Like I know that it's like a very irrational like fear that like people care about the way that I sleep. But you know what?
But no one. I don't think anyone cares how you sleep besides for you. That's the problem.
Besides the one guy who asked me to go home because he said that my sleeping habits sound really scary, and he knows that he's not going to get a good night's sleep if I sleep in his bed with him. Maybe that's why. Maybe like one guy just made me really insecure about it, and then I was like, okay, I'm never trusting men ever again.
But even with that instance, it's like you warned him about all the things you do. It's not like he had previously experienced it and be like, oh, I actually can't sleep next to you.
Yeah, like he didn't even try. But yeah, I'm sure like I feel like after tonight, like the guy that I saw is like not gonna ask me to sleep over again. I don't know. Like when I was leaving in the morning, he was like, yeah, like just come over anytime. Like I had such a good night and like all this stuff.
What do you think that means?
He's lying to me. He's lying to me. Everybody is out to get me. No. I refuse to believe it.
Okay, I'll sleep in his bed.
Yeah, you can replace me. I'll be like, yeah. You know, we talked about you last night.
No.
He was like saying like, oh, I've like, Ethan seems really normal. That's
Thank
what
you.
she said. And he was like, but then again, like, I've never met Ethan before. And I was like, yeah.
That's
like,
really sweet because everyone keeps calling me gay, but I'm not gay. I'm fucking normal.
Anyways, that was quite funny. But yeah, you do give normcore, and I told him like that the school that you went to, and he was like, oh my god, I would have not guessed that at all.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. But yeah, he went to a private school as well. But yeah, no, it was cute. But yeah, I've got like a bit of like a walk of shame face right now. So like apologies. I really wanted to like look cute this episode, but obviously, you know.
It's okay.
I just flopped as per usual. Shout out all our haters on Emergency Intercom Reddit. Suck my fucking fat fucking dick and fucking balls, bitch. Yeah, I got over 200 fucking upvotes on my fucking reply. Ho. Suck my fucking dick. Sorry, I just
found out about that, and I just want to say I'm very upset. I'm deeply upset. Whoever posted that, I'm upset.
It's really funny that like it's always the bitch posting from a burner account as well. Like that's the fucking difference between you and me, bitch. When I talk shit, there is no like there's no anonymity. There's no anonymity. There's no anomalisa, right? There's no anomalisa. But you bitches are so cowardly and so scared. You can talk all the shit you want in my fucking comment section and whatever. Like, but with no face attached because you're such a fucking pussy ass bitch that you literally like you can't fight me in real life. Like, but this is the thing. If you want to talk shit, like tag me. Like, do it on your personal account on Instagram, on your IG story. Tag me so I can see that shit. Because, like, at least you're being fucking real about it and upfront. I can respect that you can stand on business. But, like, you bitches fucking talking shit about me from a fucking burner account, like, you're miserable, you're pathetic. Yeah, you're gonna fucking die alone. Nobody fucking likes you in your life. Yeah. And that's the real tea.
Yeah. Rule number one, if it's about me, at me
so I can see it. Exactly. It's like, talk your fucking shit, but like, be about it. Like, and this is why, like, anything that anyone, like, any sort of criticism online that anyone says to us, I can never take seriously because I'm like, y'all aren't actually really about it. You're not really about it. You're just hating because you're a fucking loser with like way too much fucking free time on your fucking hands. Like, but at least when I can't respect you. But there is like a certain level, there's a certain level that people can respect me because it's like, I talk shit, but like, you know my name, like, you know, all my friends, all my accounts are public. Like I have pictures of my face attached to me when I'm talking shit, you know? And there's something to respect about that.
Of course.
So yeah, if you want to talk shit, like be about it. And then we can tussle. Yeah. But yeah, do you have more gum?
No, I don't have more gum. What did you do to it?
Oh, okay. Mine's just like out. Anyways, I don't know if we had anything super crazy planned for this episode. Yeah, I've decided to we'll do the try not to cringe challenge another time.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the 5 people that enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you. And fuck that person in the comment section who said I lost because I literally didn't fucking lose.
I don't think.
Wait, I'll do a quick one right now.
Please don't.
Okay. Ooh, I love Penis Chan and Sperm Summer.
Oh, where the fuck are you getting this from?
You know that like copy pasta, like is like, I move Penis Chan up and down until it shoots out Sperm Summer. Have you seen that? I saved the picture. I have to like actually memorize it.
Yeah, you used to love the copy pasta shit.
Yeah, I was really on my copy pasta shit. I used to do this thing on Instagram where like every year for Halloween, this was probably the first year I actually didn't do it, but every year for Halloween since I was 15, I will always post like a photo and be like trick or treat, but I would do like the Reddit like copy pasta, like the thick or treat, like send this to like 10 like spooky hoes or whatever. But I didn't do it this year because the one that I did last year, my caption got flagged by Instagram, and after like that post being up for over a year, they fucking deleted it. Can you believe that they fucking deleted it after a year? I was like, bitch, it's already been up for that long. Like, just leave it alone, right? But
yeah,
Cause like I don't know, like the new, like I feel like Instagram has so many new regulations in terms when it comes to like swearing and stuff like that. So a lot of my captions were getting removed. A lot of my pictures were getting removed. My account has been like reported like well over like a dozen times, and I get a message from Instagram every 2 weeks like your account might be in danger because like I keep getting reported. I actually lost my live privileges as well. Like I'm not allowed to go live. So yeah, and that's why like I'm always getting shadow banned on Instagram because of like the shit I post, which is crazy because it's like I'm literally increasing Instagram's engagement with my fucking Instagram stories. So they should be paying me for that actually. Instead of silencing me.
I think they have enough engagement. I don't think that's what they really pay people for.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I be getting shadow banned the house down.
It's okay. You can use my account.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
But yeah, is there anything you wanted to talk about?
Nah, let's call it there. No, I'm kidding.
16 minutes in, you're like, goodbye.
For anyone interested, I have been playing Marvel Rivals.
Oh God.
And I thought I was good at it, but then I played with my friend and I'm not good. I'm really bad at shooter games. I'm actually really bad at every game I play. I think I've mentioned that.
What? I just don't understand the appeal for Marvel Rivals because you don't like Marvel.
Yeah, I do.
Name 3 Marvel movies.
Avengers. Hulk.
My dick looks like Thanos right now.
No, I used to really like Avengers. I mean, Marvel.
Yeah.
But the new movies are kind of dookie, and I don't watch any of the series.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was friends with like, I think I've talked about how like I was friends with like a big group of guys. This was like kind of like when I was like in year 7 to 8, but like, so this was like not public school, but like I used to go to private school, right? And like all of them like loved Marvel. So then every time we would hang out outside of school, they would force me to go to the cinema with them and watch like a Marvel movie. I was never allowed to choose the movie, like ever. They never fucking let me pick it, which is crazy because I was like really into movies at that time as well, right? So yeah, I've seen every single Marvel movie. Like I've seen every single one except for Madam Web. But I actually really want to watch Madam Web because I know it's iconic. Like,
but have you watched Shang-Chi?
No, I haven't watched that either. I haven't watched like any of the new ones like that were like past like 2020 or like 2021, I think.
Yeah, past Endgame.
Like I feel like Endgame was like the last one I watched. God, okay, can we actually stop talking about Marvel? But
no, let's keep.
I just want to say going. Like I hate Marvel. Like I hate Marvel movies. I have like Marvel movies have never inspired joy or creativity within me. Like I've gone into the cinema and I've walked out sadder, you know? Like it's just never, I've never watched a movie that really gagged me. But I will say, I remember when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, that shit actually like controlled my life because like the soundtrack, it was like super like 70s and that was actually what got me into like 70s, 80s music, the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. Can you believe that?
Do you feel any shame in that?
Hey, what? Yeah, I do feel a bit of shame. But I got, it kind of like, at the time that I watched it, I would have been in like, what, year 7 or 8. So like, that was when my music theory was sort of expanding anyways. So it kind of like, yeah, it was a lot of factors. I also wanted to mention, I forgot to say, like somebody asked in like the first Q&A like what my early musical like inspirations or like things were, because I talked about how I like K-pop, right? The reason why I love K-pop, I'm so happy I love K-pop is because when I was younger, I used to watch SBS Pop Asia with my sister Jazz like every Sunday morning for like years. And then that's when we would watch like Girls' Generation and like Kyaru Pamyu and like Big Bang and stuff. Bang Bang Bang. And we used to watch that. And like now when I listen to K-pop, it reminds me of when I used to watch these videos with Jazz all the time. And like that's why I love K-pop. That's why I'm so happy I love K-pop because it brings me back to that time when like we would spend time together. The nostalgia, honey. Like it's very sweet. But yeah, I do love K-pop. Anyone who doesn't like K-pop is fucking racist. I'm sorry.
Do you support white men listening to K-pop though? I think that's a little weird. Like I like K-pop, but I feel like if I was listening to it in my car and someone like drove past, I feel like they'd give me a strange look.
But that's okay. I feel like so many like gay like twinks like love K-pop.
Okay, good thing I'm neither of those.
Anyways, but yeah, like I feel like yeah, I love K-pop because okay, if you really listen to like the way K-pop sounds, it's very similar to hyperpop. Like there are so many, and like even like you can see the musical influences that have affected K-pop, like R&B, hip hop, like hyperpop, like just classic like Western pop music. Like you can see the influence, and you can also see the influence K-pop has on the industry, vice versa. So it's like, how can you enjoy all this other music, but then you draw the line at K-pop? Like you're racist.
Yep.
Right? Like, and I feel like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm actually going crazy about this. K-pop is like, oh my God, like there's so much you could possibly listen to. Like there's like so many different types of K-pop, right? And like, you know, and then when you start getting into more like J-pop and like C-pop as well, like it's really gaggy. Like you just have to give it a fucking chance, you know? And like, yeah. That's just my tea on K-pop. I love K-pop. I'm so happy I love K-pop. Anyone who doesn't like K-pop is a fucking racist.
You heard it here.
Even Ethan loves K-pop. I fucking play Russian roulette in the fucking car, or you make me feel special, and he's fucking getting into it.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Fancy you. Like I fucking love K-pop. Like I don't really know how to talk right now. Yes, I need your cock right now.
That's not it.
As
That's
Twice said, I want you to hear me say moonlight, sunrise. Bitch, I love
You
K-pop.
could be an idol.
I could be a fucking, I was meant to be like the 10th member of Twice. And this is what bitches don't know about me, that they actually contacted me saying like, Jade, like, you know, that body of yours, it's absurd. Like you have a freaky, awesome, cool vibe. Like we want you in our group. Like, and they were going to get me in like a PR relationship with Momo, right? But just like the timing and the scheduling kind of like interfered with mine because, you know, I'm like, I have such like a busy life, like, you know, just like living in like LA, like I'm at like a party or like, you know, drinking kombucha like every other day. So like, it's quite like.
But you can't dance at all.
Bitch, don't fucking play with me right now. Bitch,
Maybe
don't fucking play with me.
Show us your moves.
This is Twice, the you have stolen my heart. Oh yeah. Oh! I love K-pop.
I'm just gonna stick to listening to Japanese music, like the man I am.
Like listening to Japanese archival brand
Music, yep.
Yeah, Ethan. Like this is the thing though. I put you on K-pop because like your fucking music is like genuinely so fucking depressing that I'm like I have to like make you happy. Also, shout out Jun Chao. Thank you for the salt recommendation. Basically, so my nose piercing is like so fucked up, right? But Chao taught me this like thing where like you mix salt with like water and then you make like a really gross paste. And then you put it on your nose piercing like overnight. And then when you wake up in the morning, it like helps calm it down. It actually worked. And it's even better because I wake up with like little flecks of like salt in my mouth.
Nice.
Which is like just like a really nice surprise in the morning. So thank you for that because it actually helped my piercing.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better.
You rule.
Oh, nice.
And like also there's like all these like little flecks of like salt in my bed now, but it's okay because that means like no snails will come into my bed. So like I'm okay with that.
That's true. You're so smart.
Thank you,
Jun Chao.
Thank you, Chao.
Yeah, you mentioned nostalgia, and I just wanted to say that I feel like nostalgia has never affected me. I'm like immune to that sort of feeling.
There's nothing that brings you childlike joy.
Not really.
Dude. Damn, you must have had a fucking rough fucking childhood.
No, I had a great one. I feel like the thing is that my life has just always been like perfect and amazing. So like there's nothing.
That's just like not fucking true though. Like you need to stop like you keep writing this narrative for yourself that like your life has just like been devoid of like sadness,
but one can
or
hope.
struggle.
One can hope and dream.
Yeah, but you know, that's avoidance, babe. That's like anti-confrontation. You're just running away.
Maybe.
Because you know what? We did not have the same childhood, but like there are similarities in what we experienced, you know, like family dysfunction and broken home and like all that stuff, and like sort of like distance and isolation from like siblings. Like we had a very similar childhood in a lot of ways. Even just like abuse and whatever, or like being exposed to abuse, but it affected us like completely differently.
Yeah.
Do you see how like we're on opposite ends of the spectrum?
We tend to do that.
Right? On the autism spectrum. No, but like, because like my childhood was like so like fucking like tumultuous and like volatile. Like I feel like, but then it's like the way that I dealt with everything that happened in my childhood was that I confronted it, and like it affected me in that way where like it made me become more extreme and like unable to like regulate my emotions and stuff like that. But then yours affected you oppositely, where like it actually just made you like it made you avoidant of that.
It made me shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it made you shut the fuck up, but like also where like you couldn't like you just ignored it or just like didn't like think about it. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Right? Like how such a similar situation can affect two people so differently.
Yeah.
But also like that, like there are a lot of factors that affect that. Like for example, like
sure.
I mean, you and I are socialized differently as like a man and like a woman, AFAB, right?
Yeah.
And also just like, yeah, like I mean, in my childhood, I grew up with two parents, dysfunctional, of course, but at least I had two parents in my life for like majority of it.
Yeah, I guess.
But yours were like already separated, so it was already quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose that is the case.
Yeah. Also our immediate family has like different levels of closeness to the extended family. Like I feel like your mom is really close with her family.
Like my cousins and aunties,
but like my parents always had like a sort of distance from each of their families, because my dad's side of the family all live in Indonesia, and then my mom's side live here, but like they're just like not close.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are a lot of differences, but yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk about my dad?
Huh?
Did you want me to talk about my dad?
Do you want to talk about your dad?
I do.
Okay.
I was asking if the floor.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We could have had a good life, fucking real good life, but you didn't want it, Ennis. So what we got now is Brokeback Mountain. Boots back, bareback mountain, the house down. Yes, mama, work.
Why was it called Bareback Mountain?
Go ahead. Yeah, well, it was called Bareback Mountain because Jake Gyllenhaal took Heath Ledger's thick, hard cock up the ass dry, honey. No fucking lube, no spit. Just
no, that was spit.
Go ahead. I would take Heath Ledger's cock dry.
That's necrophilia.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, they did. They had to remove the open casket at his funeral because they found me on top of him.
Oh, that's weird. But that's powerful and beautiful. Good
and
job,
we're holding
Dad.
space for that right now. Go ahead. Anyways.
Go ahead. Yeah, my dad. I can't remember what I last said about him on the podcast, but he has Alzheimer's, like early onset Alzheimer's, like 58 maybe, 57, 58. And we hadn't spoken in maybe like 2 years, and he hadn't spoken to like my brother in a lot longer, and he had seen my sister just recently, like ran into her and kind of spoken. But we found out he was in a care facility a couple weeks ago, and so we were like, oh shit, it's not very good, is it? So yeah, we were like, okay, we're going to visit him. at some point. We're planning to do like in January or Feb. But then his sister told my mum that he had gotten a lot worse. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we'll go see him. And so this was an interesting experience because like me and my siblings and my mum, we all have like different sort of takes on what we should do. We all have different feelings towards it. Because we all had different experiences with my dad when he was still at the home and like during like the separation and divorce. Definitely like my mum and sister had it a lot worse than my brother and me. But like, for me and my brother, it was more like we just didn't really have a good dad and like a supportive dad. So we were just like, I don't know, I think it makes us like sad and upset. But for my sister, it's a bit different. He was a lot worse to her and my mum. So my sister's obviously angrier and less like more hesitant to visit him and stuff. And then my mum is more like over all that stuff and is like, okay, well, that's in the past and I can kind of forgive him because like at least I have my kids and everything. So yes, and so we visited him and it was a little strange experience because he's just a very different person to who he was a couple years ago. He's not at the worst stage of like memory loss. It's more like when he's just talking, he forgets what he's saying and he acts like a bit strange because he doesn't really know what the fuck is happening. But yeah, no, it was definitely sad to see him and he was really like happy to see us as well because I think, he like obviously misses us and wishes we could have a relationship, but he also is able like still like his memory's not that bad, but he can recognize that he was like not a good dad and he was a like bad husband to my mum. But no, it was good to see him. It was very sad. I did cry if anyone was like wondering. But we just kind of spoke about like what we're doing with our lives, and he would just kind of sit there and not know what to say because he was like shocked, and also because he has Alzheimer's, so his conversation skills are not great. But it was really sad, and I don't know what's gonna happen to him. I think he's just staying in the care facility for a while. But I don't know how quickly he'll deteriorate or what will happen. I'm not too sure if we'll visit him too often as well. I think me and my brother might, and my mum would probably be happy to. But I think like leaving that visit and that experience, I was kind of just happy that he's someone that he can be taken care of, because before that I was feeling like a little bad that I wouldn't want to like care for him like myself, or like put my hand up and be like, yeah, I'll take care of him while he's like aging and stuff, because we don't have that good a connection and I don't think I owe him that. But I don't know what else. But I think, it was really sad to see him like that. And I feel like if anyone's listening that has a parent or relative that is going through that, they can probably relate to that feeling of just like not really knowing what to do, especially if you're not that close. Like I feel like it would be quite different if we had a good relationship. Like if it was my mum, I'd be so happy to just like take care of her and spend all my time with her. But it just feels strange that one day he's just gonna die, and I don't know what to do.
I mean, like, it's hard. It's really hard. And like, I feel like, I guess I want to ask, like, do you feel like you still feel like resentment towards your dad for like how he treated you like growing up and stuff?
Not too much. Like I wasn't treated terribly. I think growing up I was just like, I don't even think I was annoyed. I was just like, maybe I was a bit annoyed. I was like, damn, like my friends have parents and stuff. And I don't think like all my friends have like great dads and stuff, but it's like they still have someone. But it's like it would have helped to have someone, and it would have helped to have an actual like good dad as well. Like better than all my friends. I don't know. I don't know what I would have done if I had a good dad. Maybe hang out with him.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have like the absence of like a good father figure in their life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, especially like, you know, if you think about like all of our friends and stuff like that, like the dad is like either like a deadbeat and he's just absent, or he is there but he's like fucking evil and he's just like a piece of shit, or just like not a good role model, you know. And I feel like, of course, like having parents who like actually like know how to parent and like care about their kids and stuff, like like you can see how that's affected, like that affects a child, right? Like we have friends with very good relationships with their parents and stuff, but just know that like you're not alone in experiencing this. I know you're not alone, you know. And I think that like it's kind of like an interesting situation, because like it's like, you know, how he treated you like and your family when you were younger, so it's like having resentment towards him is completely valid, but then at the same time it's like he is the one that lost out in the end. Like he is the one that's struggling the most. Meanwhile, like you and the rest of your family, like you guys got through it and you're happy. But like just know that like what he's going through right now is not your fault or like even your responsibility, because you're so right. Like you don't owe him anything. Yeah. You know? And I think that like whether you want to visit him or not, or like kind of like maybe like mend the relationship a bit or not, like it's completely up to you. Yeah. And you're not a bad person for not wanting to, you know. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I was definitely less sure of that before seeing him like with carers and stuff. I was also kind of worried that he would have been like okay and not needed to be there, and then felt like shit because he was like, why the fuck am I here? But I think, it's definitely necessary. And I think he realizes like that as well. It. Yeah. Like he doesn't really like it as much because it is boring. Yeah. But he's getting taken care of. It's much better than living at home and having like the NDIS carers, because I don't think they were doing a good job. Maybe because they don't get paid enough. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't feel as like strange about it as I used to, but it's kind of just like at the point where I'm like, I don't really know what to do. And I don't think, like I can talk about it with my friends and stuff, but I feel like there's not really anything to do.
Yeah, not necessarily like a solution. Yeah. But that's okay. Like I think that like there doesn't have to be like a way to fix this. Yeah. It's a pretty like it's just a really sad situation, and I feel like, you know, like whatever way you go about it, you know, it's entirely up to you, and it can affect you in like any sort of different way. Yeah. Like, you know, it kind of reminds me like when, like after my parents like split up, they're back together, but at the point that they split up, I remember my mom used to tell me all the time how like sad my dad was, and he was like depressed and like on suicide watch and like all this stuff. Like, but then it's like, you know, who fucking put you in that situation? Yeah. Was it any of us? No. It's the fact that like you put yourself there because you're an abusive piece of shit, and as a result you lost all your fucking family. Like I feel like I couldn't think of like a more deserving person to be on suicide watch. So like it's sad that like your own father and the person who like raised you is like going through something like that, but then I guess when you think about it in like the whole context, it makes you feel like less bad, you know? And like, I mean, I remember you made like a comment when you were telling me about this, how like when you saw both your parents sitting next to each other, it made you really sad because even though they're like the same age, they both turned out so differently, right? But it's like, you know, your parents both made different decisions in their life that led them to that point, you know? like, I mean, sorry, I don't know if you mentioned this before, but like, yeah, like Ethan's dad is like was an alcoholic.
Yeah, he was an alcoholic, and it's not too certain whether that's. I'm sure that it affected his memory to some extent. So I'm not sure if it's purely from like being an alcoholic, but I think it is also just early onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but then your mom is like super super healthy and like active and like all that stuff. So it's like,
yeah,
I guess your parents are different people and they made different decisions to be where they are now. So
yeah,
like you shouldn't feel bad on your dad's end.
yeah, yeah. No, it was really sad seeing my mum talking to him, because I was picturing like talking to someone my age when we're both older, and like having a similar relationship to what my mum and dad had, and yeah, it made me sad.
Yeah, babe, that's gonna be us.
I hope not. I hope you're healthy.
Yeah.
You hope I'm healthy too?
Bitch, you're gonna be so healthy. You don't abuse anything. You eat normally. You sleep normally. I mean, unless you really get on league.
What?
The guy that I saw last night, he told me this guy from his high school was like a professional League of Legends player, and he's so famous. He has his own Wikipedia page. His name's like Kevy.
Do I have permission to search?
Yeah, such that. But how funny is that? Because we were talking about League.
I have the questions up if you want to answer some.
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, but thanks for sharing, Ethan.
That's okay. I thought maybe some people could relate, but maybe not. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to share.
I don't care. Ask me if I give a fuck, because I don't.
Kevy, I don't know.
But yeah. So yeah, thanks for sharing. There was something.
Okay.
There was something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Spill.
I guess. Well, in the last episode, I was talking about how like I have difficulty regulating my emotions, and I blow up like.
Blow up.
No. What's the Vine one? One.
My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Anyways, that's literally me. Like that's literally me. But like I was talking about how I just struggle to control my anger. I have anger issues. I, J Tricker, have anger management issues.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Like, and like, but I was talking to Mason about it actually. And then because Mason was like clocking me for it too. But then Mason said like brought up something which actually really struck a chord in me, where they said like, they were like, I know the environment that you grew up in when you were at home and like how that's affected you now. And yeah, I guess I was like thinking about it because like, I'm just like somebody that is like constantly standing on business. Yeah. I'm ready to fight. Like anytime, any place. Like I'm ready to fucking fight. Literally, like you could pull up on me at like 6 a.m. or like 7 p.m. I'm always ready to fight, right?
You'll be drooling though.
Huh?
You'll have drool coming out of your mouth at 6 in the morning.
But anyways, like, so what I was saying was,
stop.
So what I was trying to say is,
oh.
Okay,
wake up. Wake
up. It's the first of the month. Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. I'm probably going to release this on Christmas Eve. So, Merry Christmas.
Sorry we didn't dress up.
Anyways, yeah, sorry we didn't dress up. It was a bit impromptu. But yeah, so I was like thinking about how like when I was younger, I grew up in such like, trigger warning, domestic violence, discussion of domestic violence. Anyways, when I was younger, I grew up in like the abusive household, like the most, right? And my biggest op was like my dad, right? And I grew up in a house where like he was like always picking on me, like for everything. There was not like a single thing that I wasn't scrutinized for, and that like, he like would find any way to like have a go at me or like any of my siblings or like my mom, right? And it's like, I think that's where like I learned my way of like defending myself, because like, you know, he always had a fucking issue with me, and I instead of like, I guess how you went through stuff with your family, like I was like the opposite, where like I was like, you know, if you want to, like, he kind of raised me to like stand up for myself, but then like at the same time he would like abuse me if I stood up for myself. So it was like that's sort of like how he raised me, of like he wanted me to continuously challenge him just so he had an excuse to like hurt me, right? So like, yeah, like it's interesting. Like I was raised like that. I was always so fucking like on fight mode, like, you know, like fight or flight. I was always on fight, and like just constantly paranoid that like he was gonna start something with me, and I had to like defend myself, like constantly like on edge, right? Yeah. So I think like in relation to that and how that's like affected me now is like anytime somebody tries to like clock me or like criticize me for something, it like triggers that same response in me that I used to have towards my dad. And then I feel like because of like the way he conditioned me, like when he would challenge me and stuff like that, whenever like my friends do it now, like I always associate like the feeling together that like they're not doing it out of like a place of care, which they are like 100% of the time. It's like they're doing it out of a way to spite me and to hurt me, because that's what my dad always did, right? So like I respond in the same way that I would to my dad. Like I just blow the fuck up, you know? And I mean, yeah, I guess I've just sort of realized that like I need to like stop seeing everyone as an enemy, because like I think what I've realized is that like the way that my dad treated me caused me to become really like distrusting of people. And I always think that like if somebody is like trying to like say something to me or like critique me for something I said, that like they're doing it to hurt me, and they're doing it because like they hate me and like blah blah blah, all this stuff. But like obviously like that's just not the truth when it comes to like your friends and just to like the people that really love you in your life. So yeah, like Mason pointed that out, and it was just like I don't know, it just like really struck a chord in me, because like it just made me realize that like I am the kind of person where like I will die fighting. I've fought everyone my entire life, and I guess I didn't really realize how much it had an effect on me, like in terms of like emotionally exhausting me, but then also just like experiencing like really intense like paranoia when it comes to my friends. You know, like I just think like even my best friends, like I think that like everyone's a fucking op and everyone is out to hurt me. Because, you know, yeah, like that's just exactly what my dad made me feel like. And also that's just like the type of shit that he would drill into me all the time, that like that people can't be trusted and people are constantly only using you for their personal gain and benefit. Like he used to tell me shit like that all the time, you know? And also just like he would break my trust all the time. Like he would do something to hurt me, and then he would like apologize in like the most like just like love bomb the shit out of me and be like, you know, I'll change and I'm sorry, like I promise I won't do it again. And then he would just like do it again, you know? So like I think that like all of that sort of kind of like hardened me as a person and like hardened my heart, right? And I just find it like I'm trying to like unlearn that, you know, because I want to be friends with my friends. Like I love my friends and I want them to know that like I love them, and that like if they have an issue with me that they can bring it up to me without me blowing up. But yeah, that's just like, damn, like seriously, that's just what like a crazy ass fucking parent will do to you, you know? But I think now that I'm more aware of it, like like I know that like I want to change.
Mm.
Right.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, there's like always a reason behind an angry person.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I've been aware of how your dad treated you, and I know that's obviously not going to have zero impact on your life.
Yeah.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
So it's not your fault that you react like that.
Yeah. He really fucked me up, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't sorry.
Okay.
I didn't really think about it for like a really long time. Ethan, it's okay.
You want paper towel?
No, it's fine. I don't want to wipe my face with a paper towel. But yeah, I didn't really think about like how much my dad like and the way that he treated me and like the way he abused me like really impacted me, because like I feel like, you know, majority of my childhood was all about survival. That was my only focus, you know, to just get the fuck out of that house, you know. And I feel like now that I'm in like my early 20s and I'm able to actually process everything and like think about everything, I had like a period of time where I was like really abusing substances, and at this time I was really abusing nangs, and it fucked up my long-term memory, like my short-term memory so bad that like I like stopped remembering things. But then like after I stopped abusing nangs, I started getting all these like flashbacks of like things that happened to me when I was younger that like I didn't really think about, you know? So like I remember like most of it now, right? Of course that's just like a coping mechanism in your brain too, that like your brain purposely forgets trauma so that you don't have to like, you know, go insane or whatever. But yeah, I feel like now in my early 20s, like I actually have like the space to reflect on my childhood and like the way that my parents treated my siblings and I. And yeah, it's actually really like, it's really hard because there's so much of the way that I act and behave now that I can link back to how my parents treated me and like the sort of values and the things that they taught me. And it's really confronting because I like one of my biggest fears growing up was like becoming like my parents. And like I kind of look at the way that I am now and I feel like I've actually inherited like a lot of qualities, like personality traits and stuff from them. And it's like, that should be a good thing, you know? Like when people say that like they can see their parents in themselves. Yeah. But it's actually like really scary for me because like I don't want to be like that. You know? I don't want to be like my parents. Like I want to be better than them. Like I want to be like my siblings, you know, because those are the people in my life, and like my siblings and my friends, like those are the people that really taught me like kindness and love and compassion and like everything that I like about myself and everything I want to be about myself, everything I want to be. But like I don't want to inherit like the toxic traits of my parents, and like I think I have, and coming to that realization is just like really freaking me out. Like
it's okay though,
you know.
Oh, do you want a paper towel?
No, it's fine. Sorry. Bitch, let's go fucking band for band crying on the fucking podcast right now. Like
I will never fucking cry on the podcast.
I'm gonna get my fucking hope core edit. I'm gonna get my hope core edit like core. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, it's like I feel like it's scary, and you know, I'm glad that I have people to talk to about it, like you and my siblings and stuff, but it's just still like really confronting, and like I just like I don't want to be like them, you know? Like I want to break the cycle, and like I want to start living my life feeling like I'm actually myself instead of just like a reflection of like all the bad qualities my parents had.
Yeah.
You know.
It's okay. Yeah, it's not too late or anything. Like the main thing or the main goal you're trying to reach for most of your life was getting out of the house. and feeling safe and surviving.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can only really work through all the impacts that the previous things had on you once you're in a safer place.
Yeah.
So don't feel like
the healing starts now.
Exactly. No, but I feel like it's late.
But the healing could have started like a long time ago. I've been out of my parents' house for like over a year, you know.
A year is not that long.
And I mean, like, I think I was just, you know, I guess trying to adjust to like a new house, but then also like, just like I just didn't really have the space to like properly think about it.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I do now, and like I just like I think I've sort of realized it more now because I can see the way that like if it affected me, like I didn't give a fuck, but like once it started affecting my friends or like other people in my life, that's when I was like, oh, like this is like really bad. And I mean that's like kind of like one of like my bad traits that like I only really care about how my behavior is impacting other people, but I don't really care about how it impacts me. Because obviously you need to prioritize yourself as well. But yeah. Like.
But yeah, don't feel stupid for taking a year after moving out to figure it out. Like you can have like a long period of time after moving out and just feeling like everything's great and everything's fine now that you're safe. And then you have to have that realization again that you are deeply affected by what your dad has done to you. Yeah. So it's okay to take time. Yeah. Hold space with that baby.
Thank you. But yeah, that like it's crazy when you're older and like you sort of actually come to realize like how much your parents like really fucked you up, you know? Yeah. And yeah.
That's what your 20s are for.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's like when like cause like I don't talk to my mom anymore, but like every now and then, like every couple months she might like ask me to dinner. So like I go, right? And then I look at her like sitting across from me and like, it's like, I see this like such like a real like glimpse into my future because like my mom looks exactly like me. And she would always say that, like she always say like, you look so much like me when I was younger. And it's like, you know, that's like really sweet, right? But then it's like also really sad because I guess of like how the way that she turned out. And, you know, I like every time I look in the mirror, I always see my mom, you know? Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, like I always see my mom when I look at myself sometimes or when I see photos of myself, and it's like, I'm sure my siblings like feel the same way too, and it's just like really, there's like this like sad feeling attached to it, you know? And like, you know, I can't just like get my fucking face fixed up by like a plastic surgeon to like completely avoid that. Like maybe I should do that. Like, can I get the Not Jenny special? Thank you. But yeah, you know, I just end of the year, guys, like realizing things, like actually realizing things. But I, you know, 2025 is going to be my year. Like I really want to focus on actually just like thinking about myself and like prioritizing myself and taking care of my friends. I also did want to say that like, I'm sorry, you guys, this is actually going to be the last episode for a while. Everyone watching like, yeah, let's fucking go. No, like, yeah, this is going to be the last episode for a while. Like, I of course, like we fucking love doing the podcast, but I just really need a break. Like, I think over Christmas, I've just got like a lot to focus on in terms of like my family and stuff like that. Like, guys, I have a family, like I have friends, and I actually want to focus on like kind of like changing the podcast up a bit and doing something more fun. So if you will allow us the time to just like take a step back, go on a little hiatus for a week, then I would very much appreciate that. The death of cocteau twinks. Yeah.
Twink death.
Twink death. It's the death, like cocteau twink death, like literally cocteau twink death. But yeah, thank you for supporting us. We will be back. Do not unfollow because we will be back.
Big things coming.
Big things coming. I have so much planned for next year, but I just really want the space to do that without having to worry about the podcast every week, you know. So yeah. So we're gonna take a break. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Yeah, but I did just want to say that like this has been like one of like the best decisions of my life. Yeah. I know we're coming back, so I know it sounds like we're like we're going away from it, but we're not. But like I just wanted to say that like the sense of like belonging and like community having this podcast brought me was so special, and being able to do it like with you, my bestie, brother, but like being able to do this podcast with you like really strengthened our relationship, and like I'm really grateful that has made me like really grateful that like you're my best friend, you know.
Yeah, thanks for doing all this.
It's okay.
I love you.
I love you too. God, dude, like holiday season is like bringing up these fucking emotions, bro. Like I don't know a single person who's having a good time in December, okay? Especially if you're fucking with these dirty Sagittariuses, like literally, like these dirty Sagittarius. Like this is Sagittarius season, like the lying, the cheating. It all starts this month, you know? So have fun, all you fucking Sagittarius fucks. I fucking hate you all. Except for the guy I'm seeing. But like, yeah, fuck Sagittarius season. And Capricorn season's coming up after. No! I fucking hate Capricorns as well. Fuck you, Capricorns. Fuck you, dirty fucking Capricorns. Y'all are going to fucking hell. Y'all are going to fucking hell.
That's my mom. That's my mother.
I can't be your mother. But yeah, no, thank you everyone for supporting thus far. We will be back soon. Yeah. Please feel free to keep watching all our other episodes that we've posted. Rewatch them, get the views up. I'm still going to clip farm on TikTok. Like even if we're not posting on the podcast, I'm still going to clip farm. So don't worry about it. Also, I think we might post more on Patreon while we're gone. If you want to unsubscribe, like that's fine. Like if you want to subscribe, that's fine as well. Like I'm so chill with that. I mean, it's only like $6 a month anyways. So if you guys want to buy Ethan or I a coffee once a month, then yeah, that would be really nice. While we figure out where the podcast is gonna go. Yeah. But yeah, was there anything you wanted to say?
No, that's all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thank you everyone for supporting us.
Yeah.
We love you. Well, I need.
And
this isn't
yeah, what's the thing?
This isn't farewell or something. This isn't goodbye forever. It's until we meet again.
It's sayonara.
Do not unfollow us because we will be back. And yeah, thank you for watching our podcast. And yeah, we love you. Please leave a comment if there's anything you want to express or say to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love to, you know. I just also wanted to say, like, everybody who, like, DMs me on Instagram all the time, like, I love reading all your messages and stuff, so thanks for messaging me. Love you. Well, anyways, this is the Cocteau Twink Death.
Goodbye. The
final episode for now. We will be back soon. Everybody have a really good Christmas, a good Christmas break.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays if you celebrate, and if you don't, that's fine as well. And yeah, Happy New Year too, coming up shortly.
That's true.
But yeah.
Goodbye.
I love you.
Wait. One name. It's gonna be. Do you shave your pussy?